What's going on YouTube? JR1 here. Since I kind of decided it's hard for me to get up videos, or more like next to impossible, to get up videos on a consistent basis, I figure I'm just gonna stick to trying to do regional reports and deck profiles and such. Now, I will say this all might change. I might have to start calling it quits on my channel once I start law school. And while I don't expect it to be until August, there's a very slim chance that it will start in January instead. But we shall see what happens. Regardless, I wanted to do a deck profile of the Dino Rabbit deck I've been playing the past few days. I was testing it for about a week or two. I really like it. My friend and I have been my friend / teammate, we've been working on this for a little bit. He took it to a regional last week in Poughkeepsie, and he came in 35th with it. After losing first round, he won 6 straight. And then he lost the final 2, so it was unfortunate, but regardless. After testing with this deck, I do think it's the deck I'm going to run at the next regional I go to, if there is one. Like I said, all depends. I think more than likely I'm going to be starting law school in August, but we shall see what happens. Now, without wasting too much time, I want to get to the deck itself. It is 41 cards right now. Might cut it to 40, but honestly, I really don't care about it that much. So we're going to start with the 2 rescue rabbits. Pretty self-explanatory. I will explain certain cards as we go through. 3 caboozles, as people like to call them. 3 Sabersaurus, standard Dino Rabbit. 2 tour guides, as well as the Sangin and the Night Assailant. I actually do find the Night Assailant useful because it's like playing a main deck Snowman Eater in a sense, but better. So that's pretty nice. I of course also play the 3 Drac Guaiba. Some people have had mixed feelings on this card. I've always loved it. If I played Dino Rabbit last format, I easily would have played this card because I just think it's so good. The ability to further your Volzar plays is just huge in my opinion. And yeah, it's just I think it's just an all-around good card, even if it's not good in every matchup. So yeah. And then the last 4 cards, we have 2 Thunder King Ryo. This was something that, I was originally only playing 1, suggested by my friend, but I want to test 2 because I just think that the card is very good. It's good matchups all across the board are really important in my opinion, and just the fact that I seem to side a second one in almost every matchup kind of told me, maybe I should just be playing 2 in the main. Again, this is something that might change, but that's just me. I play 1 Spirit Reaper, which I really like, but I do not like the fact that this card is so easy to deal with at times. So I might cut it. We'll see what happens. I do think it's very good though, so more than likely I'll keep it in for now. And the 1 Grand Mole, which is definitely staying in because this card is so good. So that's 19 monsters. Grand Mole is just a very good out to a lot of things, a lot of annoying cards, so that's definitely frustrating. For the spells, we play triple Forbidden Lance. I would not play any less than 3 of this card in the deck. It's just very powerful. It works. There's so much synergy with the deck. It's just all around an amazing card. Only 2 MST. Kind of contemplate putting in the 3rd, but really, even though I side in the 3rd in almost every matchup, I just feel like there's no reason why I should need it game 1. So yeah. And then the rest are pretty much staples: Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Pot of Avarice, which I'm for some reason having mixed feelings about. I think it's just because I don't feel like I use this card as much as I would have in regular Dino in the previous format. And 1 Soul Taker, because I really think the main deck Soul Taker is important, just as having outs to big monsters, which are already on the board, as that's the deck's biggest weakness. So yeah, that's 11 spells. And finally the traps, which we also play 11 of. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. Double Compulse, my favorite trap card in the deck, probably, just because it deals with a lot of different things, and also the fact that it's so versatile and bouncing back your rabbit is really good. Double Mirror Force. I'm really liking this over Deep Prison right now, even though I don't main macro, because, in all honesty, I just think the fact that it can remove multiple threats on the board is very important. I am tempted to try to make room for Deep Prison on the side, though, because there are some matchups where I really want it. 2 warning. That's it for like the multiple traps, and then the last 3. Phoenix Chain, which is probably coming out because I found no use for it. Probably going to make it a torrential or a second Soul Taker, Judgment, and Starlight Road. So, I guess I'll explain a few things for why I do play certain cards and why I don't. I guess the only thing that really needs to be explained is why I'm not playing Macro or Defissure in the main, and why I'm not playing Torrentials in the main right now. My personal opinion on Macro / Defissure is that a lot of the matchups I play against, I really don't need it. Because I'm either playing against a matchup where Macro is good, but in which case it's a favorable matchup, or I'm playing against a deck where it's completely useless. So basically what I'm trying to say is I don't think it's a necessity in the main, as some people might argue it was. So, yeah, I think that's fine. As for the no torrential, I honestly just found that I never get it off the way I want it to. You play such a limited amount of monsters that the problem is, even if there are times where you're grinding it out, most of the time I do have some sort of monster out on the board and it just doesn't do much for me. So that's why I'm considering just playing none at all. But yeah, that's basically it. I do really like this deck nonetheless. I will get to the extra deck. The side deck I might show at a later point, but for now I'm just going to keep it a secret before I take this to regionals. So we have 2 Lagia, 2 Dolka, obvious, 1 Cowboy. I was very iffy on this card, but the reality is you do have to play it because you do need a way of getting over 2,900 monsters with 3,000 attack or more. Pearl. Tempted to make this Utopia just because the ability to protect your level 4s, so you can like stack them a turn later to make like a Lagia or something is really good. But Pearl's a little bigger, so that might be better. 1 Black Ship of Corn. I love this card so much. 1 Abyss Dweller. I still have mixed feelings of this card. If I might take, I'm debating between playing this and Photon Pappy Operative, but it's, again, still in the testing phases. That's it for the rank 4s. So the rank 3s, I'm playing Levier, Tempo, Acid Golem. I still think you need to play this. This card does win games sometimes. Leviathan, Zen Mains, and the last card is Stardust Dragon, of course, the Starlight Road. So yeah, guys, tell me what you guys can let me know what you think of the deck. If you have a problem with the fact that I'm playing what is a fairly generic deck, okay, really don't care. This is just kind of my decision. Regardless, I do like this deck. It's more likely what I'm going to end up taking to regionals, but once the next set comes out, I'm probably going to start building Fire Fists, and I will have a discussion video on that, regardless of whether or not I start law school in January, to talk about what I really do like about the deck. So, take care of you guys. Have a good holiday. Oh, and don't expect, I won't have another video up probably until after New Year's, because on Tuesday I'm leaving for a 1-week vacation to Florida. So, for all of you guys, have a wonderful holiday, and I will see you after New Year's.